Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of My Hero Academia, which will be on Season 7 on Episode 12 or Episode 150 of the overall total number of episodes. I'm pretty sure you guys know and heard the My Hero Academia manga ended this week, or it's going to end tomorrow in terms of real translations, But the anime and the movie is still ongoing. Well, I have yet to watch the movie, which will happen sometime around October, sadly. It won't be anytime soon, considering that it won't be released internationally very early, only after 2 months. But other than that, the anime is still ongoing, which apparently I believe it will somewhat reach its end sometime around possibly October, depending on how they put the schedule in, because next week, we won't have another episode considering the Olympics is still ongoing and millions of people are watching it, so can't complain about that. But you know what? It gives me time to sleep and rest, honestly. Other than that, me being off topic and rambling on for about over a minute, let's just get this started. We have to it that Deku is really desperate and needs to get to UA quick. We have to it Yoichi shows up to Izuku and tells him some bad news, about his brother and All For One. Then we go back to UA's fortress, flying fortress right now. Monoma can only be in great despair and mental agony, seeing Bakugo being defeated and on the ground and possibly dead. And this is where Shigaraki makes his speech, blah blah blah, and we go to another scene that Dabi is actually back into action using the same move that he stole from Shoto, or he copied it or mimicked it, And now, we also see Skeptic getting ready to do a lot of crazy hacking and causing a lot of, mayhem, And we get to see another scene at Gunga Village, or Gunga Mountain, where Endeavor and Hawks are fighting All For One is at. Ends up having to, go back to his youthful prime, or he was rewinded to his youthful prime. This is because Garaki ends up managing to replicate the erasing drug to its original fabrication or original style or quirk, or where it originated from, or it went back to the simple, easy origins, as Garaki says. So pretty much, if I made it confusing, he turned the erasing quirk back to the rewind quirk, But also warned All For One with the recorded message that, hey, I gave you a new helmet and so forth, but at the same time, the rewind drug that I gave you, I'm going to let you have right now, is actually very dangerous. You could only use this one time, and after that, it's really game over. The moment you use it, it's done. Your life's over. And we get to see All For One doing a lot of crazy stuff after going back to his prime, stealing people's caves, stealing hero's quirk, and Hawks ends up slicing or hitting All For One with the sword, but didn't do shit at all, because that's just how durable youth prime All For One is, Other than that, we get to see ask Hawks, or should I say Hawks asks All For One what made him do what he wanted to do. He goes comic books. I actually like the Demon Lord when it came to the comic books, and I wanted to thwart everyone's future. Why is everyone called the villain, I don't like it how people are always doing this and that, making their own rules while there's infinite supplies of resources, how to handle it nicely. So I am here to destroy and thwart that future. So, whatever the case may be, whatever. As for another location, we get to see Commander Akpar having to talk to the president, saying that we should not submit to Tomura, and the president says, no, we have to, because at this point, our country is already in the red zone, which sadly about the USA seems kind of true, all things considered, of how screwed up the society is anyway. Just speaking my thoughts, but we're not going to get into that, because there's no point, and I know I'm being rambling on like an idiot, which I always do, but other than that, the president tells Akpar, we gotta get to Tomura's good graces, because if not, we're all doomed, and we are already closer to the red zone than anyone else around the world right now. But Akbar gives a speech saying, you know what Kathy did? She gave her life because All Might inspired her. And now she's trying to inspire to do the same. What do you think her death meant for? But at the same time, the president blames Akbar, saying, you freaking made it clear how strong Shigaraki is. You used those Tiamat missiles, and guess what? That didn't work. Why do you think everyone's like putting into the good graces to Tomura Shigaraki right now? Which, heck, I don't blame him for from the get-go, you know? Other than that, we go to the UA Flying Fortress where Genus is trying to stitch up or save Bakugo's body, which apparently we don't even know if it's even able to be saved at all. And we get to see Edgeshot, which he has another name, which I'm not going to say here because I don't remember. I only remember him by Edgeshot. He ends up telling Genus that he's going to do what he's going to do anyway because that's what his quirk is for. Although Genus warns him, the moment you do this, you may not come back from this at all. But Edgeshot says, hey, it is what it is. I'm going to do what I have to do, and whatever the case it has to be, you know? So, we get to see that freaking, like, that Edgeshot uses one of his ultimate moves, Thousand Piece Sheath or Zenith whatsoever, and we get to see that this guy plans to become Bakugo's heart, and so forth. We get to see that Edgeshot is turning himself into a very, very thin thread, but at the same time, it's actually very risky considering that his life is on the line and he will be in total danger, you know? Don't know how that's going to turn out, but he's trying to not only fix Dynamite or Katsu Bakugo's organs, but at the same time do CPR or reinstitute him or revive him in a certain way, you know? And we get to see Shigaraki Tomura getting angry about this because he's already destroyed that one, and that he remembers of how like no one ever reached a hand or helped him out when he was very young, and everyone ignored him. And it really sucks, man. And I understand why that sucks. You're in a very bad situation. You're not even able to like get the help because people are ignoring you or left you for dead. Heck, I don't blame Tomura being a total monster as he is, but that doesn't excuse him trying to kill innocent people, you know? But other than that, we're not going to get into that yet, or another time or so. We get to see Mirko go into action again, and she loses another limb. Honestly, I will be telling you the truth. I thought freaking Bones will be censoring this because there's been too many censorship happening already here and there, but whatever the case, I'm glad they didn't censor the part where Mirko loses another limb because, you know, like, this is the final season, etc., and it's gonna have to go all out. Although, like, whatever the case may be, Mirko, like I said, and repeating myself, loses another of her limbs and tries to fight Tomura Shigaraki, and everyone trying to, like, stall him for time, you know? But unfortunately, we get to see that freaking Shigaraki goes into another form after taking so much mental stress and physical damage. He goes into something that's called a defensive form, whatever the case may be. And we get to see freaking like Lemillion, and everyone else is really shocked about this, and almost every single one of them is one-hit KO'd, knocked out. As for Lemillion, Tomura Shigaraki brushes him off saying, hey man, I know for the fact that you are a nobody. Not even worth my time. Without everyone else helping you out, you are a nobody. Which I thought it was pretty sad, but to state the facts and what's the truth, you know? And we get to see like Lemillion feels defenseless, man. He can't really do anything. His quirk allows him to like go through and face through a lot of things, but it doesn't give him the strength he needs to like face Tomura Shigaraki, and no one else there to help him. It's pretty much like I'm at the sidelines now on the benchers in a freaking sports game, you know. But we get to see that Mandalay sends a message to everyone, to Genus and Lemillion, that you gotta stall for 2 seconds, you know. Although 2 seconds seems a lot, and I can't believe Bones actually did a lot of effort to make this scene come true. Oh my gosh. I remember when I saw this in the manga, I was visibly disturbed and annoyed by this, but what else is Lemillion gonna do? He showed his buttocks to freaking like Tomoe Shigaraki stalled enough time for a few seconds, and Deku shows up and smash hits Tomoe Shigaraki, and the episode ends off there. Preview of next episode, I'm not going to say there, but I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out, because I think this is one of the major events that people are looking forward to seeing it animated. It's like, you know, there's a certain fight that's planning to be happening, and we want to see in action and really done well. I can still remember that certain fight that was so disappointed in another anime. I'm pretty sure if I had to give that reference to it, it'd be Nanatsu no Taizai. Heck, I hope to hell it doesn't become that, but it's never going to be, because studio period, you know, it's just studio period. Who the cares? But other than that, yeah, I am really looking forward to the next episode, which won't show up next week, sadly, because the Olympics, which apparently is more popular and much more important than anything else, which I don't blame them for, because, you know, I mean, anime is just another thing that's just another side of entertainment, you know, which apparently it's in a very bad situation right now, which I will not talk about here because it's not about that topic. Now, to talk to you guys about this episode, you know. Let's just say I remember reading this in the manga, you know, when it came to Katsubako. I did not like it at all. I was pretty disappointed and go like, are you serious right now, dude? I mean, like, if you truly wanted this to happen, I don't understand it, you know. I mean, like, I don't know how this even worked out, you know. He's saying that Edge he'll become Katsuki's heart whatsoever. Whatever the case is, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'm pretty sure those of you guys who read the manga already know what the result is, but we're not going to get into that because it's not in anime hasn't reached that point yet. But I was kind of disappointed how it went with that scene, you know, but it is what it is, you know. Anyways, yeah, looking forward to like next episode, which won't be until after next week. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. So I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Ta-da!